Shalom. I want to start off by giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rokaha, Kwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honor to the elders, prophets, and teachers of GMS who rule well. Now, I myself am not a part of GMS, but through the power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, I was able to come across these brothers and get this 100% truth. Now, this is going to be a self-rebuke, regarding a situation that went on in a live that I was in, man. And I didn't speak up to ask that man to be removed from the live because he was completely going off and he was not hearkening to anything we were saying. So again, this is a self-rebuke to myself, right? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 26, verse 4. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. Now, the man that had came up on a panel, he didn't believe in Yahushua, man. And we let him talk, and he asked us questions when it should have been the other way around. We shouldn't have answered that man anything, man. But why, though? Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit, man. And that word conceit is going into I. So into himself, in his eyes, he's going to feel like he's wise when it's clear as day that he's not, right? If you don't believe in Yahushua, man, you're through. Because who's going to be your mediator, right? Because sacrifices are not going to save you, man. And let's go to that. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 1. For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect. So those sacrifices could never make you perfect, man. For then would they have not ceased to be offered. You hear that? Because they would have never stopped if they did. Because that the worshipers, once purged, should have had no more conscience of sins. But in those sacrifices, there is a remembrance again made of sins every year, because every year the children of Israel were doing those sacrifices. Why? Because they had sinned. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. Wherefore, when he cometh into the world, he saith, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but that body hast thou prepared me. Now, who is this going into? Yahushua. He was that body, that perfect sacrifice that we needed to redeem ourselves. In burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin, thou hast had no pleasure. So if you don't believe in Yahushua, guess what? If you're trying to sacrifice animals to atone for your sins, Yahweh has no pleasure in those, man. You're doing it for nothing. It's vain. Let's get back on subject. I digressed a lot. Salaki. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 2. A fool hath no delight in understanding, but that his heart may discover itself. A fool is not going to care about anything that you try to bring him, any knowledge. He's going to reject it. Let's grab Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Now, that man that had came up on a panel saying that he didn't believe in Yahushua, he was a fool, man. And he despised wisdom and instruction. Now, this is what should have happened, man. This is the book of Titus, chapter 3, verse 10. A man that is an heretic after the first and second admonition reject. And Salakia to the Akim that was on the panel that had to bear with that, because, I should have been on it. It should not have gotten that far. And the spirit was weighing on me heavy. Dealing with that man was exhausting, man. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 9. If a wise man contendeth with a foolish man, whether he rage or laugh, there is no rest. And that's why I said it was exhausting to deal with that man. Now let's go to who this man really could be. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 27, verse 23. And the governor said, why? What evil hath he done? But they cried out the more, saying, let him be crucified. This is the wicked ass Jakes screaming for Yahushua to be crucified. And they're telling Pilate to crucify him. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See ye to it. But guess what, Pilate? That don't mean your ass not getting punished for it. Get out of here with that. Esau, Edom, always trying to dodge their responsibilities and what they have coming. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and our children. And guess what? That man that came on that live, he was probably one of these children that they spoke of. Because he had a hate for Yahushua that I haven't seen ever on any platform, man. At least not in person. You know, I've heard of Akim saying stories about, you know, men that they've dealt with in the past, but to actually have to deal with one myself, that was the first time. I mean, I've heard or stumbled across lies with people saying it, but to actually speak to someone who has that type of mindset, like I said, this was the first time, man. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna end it at that. Again, Salakia, right? For anybody who knows me that was in that live, Salakia. And again, this is a self rebuke. You know, Lord's will. This was edifying for someone out here. In case you get put in a situation like that, you know, Lord's will, you will remember this video and get through it and get the hell away from that person. And with that, Shalom.